Hey everyone, it's Violet. Um, I was gonna do a story time about my addiction to caffeine and energy drinks, which it's hilarious if you know I have a job where it's late at night. I will literally pound down 6 energy drinks in one night plus 2 coffees. Um, but my art and story time today is about my dumbass ex. He uh he never supported me in any of my artistic abilities or anything to grow or learn or anything. Um, it was constantly, your art sucks, your art's trash, you're not original, you're not creative. Even if I was looking at a picture reference to draw off of like a body shape, he'd be like, well, you're not original. You suck. You should just give up. I might mention my ex could never even pick up anything other than a controller in his life. I think that's all he was good at was playing video games. But that was a 6 year in hell relationship. It was awful. Um, it was honestly just trash. Um, he was a horrible, horrible person. Uh, I would sit there during his D&D little campaigns that he would do, and I would be drawing, and he would literally take it away from me, crumple it up, and throw it away. And his friends would be like, oh, well, you didn't what, like that drawing? It was trash? And like, his friends thought it was fucking hilarious that he would just put me down, treat me like trash, treat me like garbage, treat my art like that. Like, I do more than draw. I make hair bows. I craft things out of clay, like polymer clay, air dry clay, all different kinds of things. And he would constantly put them down. Like, I found canvases of mine, like not even drawn on, in the trash. And those things are expensive. And like, he would throw them away, like in the big trash can outside. He would throw them away. And it honestly broke my heart. Like, I had put my heart and soul into this relationship for like 6 years. I had put my heart and soul into this relationship. I let him treat me like trash. I let him treat me like crap. He was just so bad to me, and it really wasn't even that long ago. I've been in my current relationship for about 4 years, and we have a small, tiny, fluffy, homicidal kitten as a child now. But he's so supportive. He got me my Prismas. He's got me my Copics, my Ohu'u. Anything I've said, hey, I would like this. I would like to try it. He's like, okay, just send me a link. And for like Christmas and like birthdays, he like gives them to me, and it's really sweet that he supports me so much. But I had my ex who would throw away my art supplies and call me trash, call them trash. Oh, you can't draw worth anything, you can't draw worth shit. I know, that's why I'm practicing, so I can get better. He didn't understand the concept of anything of getting better. He just thought it was, you are either good at it or you suck at it. And I've got my little like mermaid thing coming up out of the coffee because I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a fun little thing about my addiction to caffeine. I pound down energy drinks like nobody's business, and I'm probably gonna die of an energy drink like coma. But then I was just thinking back, using my prismas right now, to how far I've come as a person and an artist. Um, just how far I've come. Just how far that, I'm learning, I'm progressing, I try my hardest. and my ex was just a roadblock in my way. He was like the Debbie Downer. He was a horrible person. We would fight, and most of my stuff would be in the trash. Like, literally, not even 2 hours after the fight, and everything had been done, and I'd be sitting there, or I'd be getting ready for work, or I would be taking a shower. I'd find my stuff, like my legitimate stuff, like not even only my art supplies. I'd find like my clothes, different books, like different articles of stuff like in the trash. And I didn't realize how bad I was willing to let it get until I actually came back our last year together on Valentine's Day, and I'd actually caught him with a mutual friend. Well, it wasn't a mutual friend, it was a friend of mine. It was her friend. So, a friend of mine, it was her friend. I found him in bed with her on Valentine's Day. That was just kind of the final straw. I moved all my stuff to the other room and was attempting to get back to my mom's house after that. I put in for my transfer the next day. I said, hey, I want to transfer. And my manager knew something was up. And she knew that it got bad, but she didn't know how bad it was getting. I'm still very good friends with my manager to this day after I left. And she's a very, very sweet lady. Little hard around the edges, but um, I can't even process how I used to be to how everything is now. And now I still have my issues. I still have my trust issues, but he's willing to work with it on me. He's very patient, very sweet. Anything I want to do or I want to try, he's 100% on board, and he supports me in any way, shape, or form, and he's great. But it just goes back to, I'm scared I'm going to find my art supplies in the trash, and they're really expensive, and that's bad. But I can't believe for how young I was. I was in my mid 20s. Yeah, I was like in my mid 20s, or early to like mid 20s. How old am I now? Hang on, let me think. Let me do math. I'm 27. Yeah, I'll be 28 in May. But it's amazing how far I've come along. Not only as a person but as an artist. You know, I can't believe that there's uh there's things that I should have known and I should have been aware of when we first started dating. And if you personally know me, like doing artsy things is my life. Like I love you, my friends who are watching this, my real friends. I'm pretty sure they know this though. I say I'm sick just to get out with hanging out with people because ow, I'm so antisocial. And I think that was a part of the thing that, my ex was actually okay with, because I'm pretty sure, like, if I had talked to my friends during our relationship, they would be like, you need to leave his ass. He is no good. He is a horrible person, but he took me away from my friends. He isolated me. He would put me down any chance he got. His mom would put me down any chance she got. I was horrible. I was fat. Same thing with him. He would put me down any chance he got. I was horrible. I was fat. I wasn't skinny. I wasn't pretty. I was ugly. I was anything you can think of, he would say to me. And now I'm with someone who won't tell me anything bad about myself ever. He's very supportive. He's very loving. He's very caring and sweet, and he's very kind. And it's just, I wish I could go back into when I first started dating my ex, and I wish I could literally slap myself. There were many times I wanted to go to art festivals just to take in the art, and he'd be like, well, why? You're not a real artist. I can draw a straight line. Oh, well, that's not real art. I don't think anyone should be with someone like that. They obviously don't have the confidence in themselves, and he was just a horrible person. We had a joint account on my Nook, if you know what a Nook is. It's Barnes and Noble's little, like, iPad kind of, and it had all my books on it. He took the liberty of himself to download all the pictures of the girls he had been cheating on me with for 6 years onto a shared file so I would see it. And I had just found it maybe, I want to say 2 months ago now. I'd found it. He sent me all their little nudie pictures, including his, and I am very tempted to put them on a site. But, I'm not vindictive. So, me being the good person I am, just deleted them and told a mutual friend of ours who is not a mutual friend, which if you've seen my first video, this is the guy who freaking stalks me, which I might re-upload that one because the quality is just kind of bad. But this is the person. I went to him and I said, you tell my ex if he ever puts a download shared file on my shit again, I will gut him like a fish. And he was like, oh, well, he thought you would think it was funny that, I said, what? That he's dating girls with horse faces? Yeah, totally funny, because last time I checked, I'm not a skank who lets anyone take pictures of me, especially nudie pictures. And seeing how many there were, I'm very happy I got out of that relationship. That is just STD central right now, and I want nothing to do with that. I am very happy being a hermit. I am very happy being secluded in my little area of quietness and craftiness, running my iPod through my giant speaker with all my craft shit accessible. Not very accessible. I haven't moved out of my mom's house yet, but that's a story for another time. But it's accessible. It's doable for right now. But anyway, that was my short little story about my mistakes as a teenager. Or not even a teenager. I was in my early to mid 20s. So early 20s. It took me a good couple of years to learn from my mistakes because I dated him before my 20s too, and that's why I said 6 years, because I've been currently with this one for 4 years. I dated him for 6 years. I was not even in my 20s when I started dating my ex. But yeah, my horrible mistakes. Do as I say, not as I do, and just laugh at my stupidity. All right, everyone. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.